Do you have trouble buying Christmas gifts for the woodworker in your family? Well, here's a list of gifts that they could always use. Hello, my name is AJ Willie from BS with AJ, and this week we're going to be talking about Christmas gifts for your woodworker. Woodworkers aren't always the easiest people to buy for because they always have a lot of tools already, and the tools that they may need are really expensive. Maybe you can't afford to buy them, or maybe they're like me and they like to do research on all the different brands and to find the best product that they're going to be using a lot in their shop. This list, however, is a list of items they're going to be using every day, that they run out of quite often, that kind of thing. I'm not sponsored by any of the products in this list, but I will, however, be putting the links in the description below of where you can buy these if you don't know where to get them. Hope you enjoy it. The first item on the list is sandpaper. We use sandpaper for any and every project that we touch in the woodworking shop. You always have to sand it down smooth to have a nice finish on it. So sandpaper is always a great gift, and it's always nice to have a lot on hand, because if you get in the middle of a project or something and you run out and you have to stop to drive to the store for it, it gets really annoying. So sandpaper, definitely a good option. Wood glue would be another great item to get them for Christmas or birthdays or whatever, because you're always gluing boards together in pretty much any project that you're going to be working on. I like to buy mine either in the 16-ounce bottle or the gallon, just so that way you have plenty of it laying around the shop. Clamps, that's probably #1 best gift that you can get for any woodworker. No matter how many clamps they have in their shop, that's not enough, I promise you. I can't tell you how many times that I've needed more clamps than I've had on for projects that I'm working on. There are 4 main types of clamps that I like to use personally. It's C-clamps, bar clamps, quick clamps, and pipe clamps. Those are the 4 best clamps that I like to use. I've always been told that if you can still see wood when you're gluing something together, you don't have enough clamps on it. So definitely think about getting them some clamps. It's a great gift. Drill bits and Forstner bits are another great gift idea because they're always going dull or getting misplaced or breaking or something like that. So these are always a great gift to get for them. A router bit set is another great gift. For the same reason for the drill bits, they have a bunch of sets that you can get, and they do so many different types of cuts, and they're so useful to make things just look really nice, but eventually they do go dull, so it's nice to get a new set to replace the old ones. Saw blades are another great gift idea. Saw blades do eventually go dull, and it's really nice to have an extra set of saw blades set somewhere in the shop that you can just run over and grab instead of having to make a trip to town because your saw blade's not cutting right anymore. The size that I usually use for my chop saw and my table saw are 10-inch. They do also come in 12-inch. If you don't know what size it is, just run out to the shop and measure the diameter of the saw blade that's on what they're using. A tape measure is a really inexpensive and great gift to get somebody, because I've misplaced my tape measure while I'm working on projects so many times. It's nice to have more than one, so when you lose one, you just go over there and, oh, there's my other one. We're good, no worries. Pencils is another great idea. Carpenter pencils specifically, because they're nice and wide when you go to make your marks. The main reason you want to get them pencils is because, 1, they wear out, they break, but mainly because you lose them a lot. I mean, whether you set it behind your ear and it falls, you put it in your pocket, you set it on a table over here and go do something, you forget about it, whatever the reason, you always end up losing pencils, and it's really nice to have more than one. A good set of sawhorses would be another great idea for your woodworker, because you're always needing some type of tabletop, and if you don't have enough tabletops in your shop to work with, you can set those up and put a piece of plywood over it, and you've got another table right there. Or if you need to cut your boards and stuff like that, if you're working out of your shop, they're easy to pack around with you. It's a really good idea to have some good sawhorses. Hand tools would be another great idea for gifts for your woodworker. Now, 3 hand tools that I suggest getting for them would be a hand plane, a chisel set, and a card scraper set, because these 3 really come in handy when you need them. It's not something that you're going to use every single time you go out to the shop, but when you need them, you need them. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And make sure you ring that bell next to the subscribe button to get notifications when I put up all my new videos. I hope you enjoyed this week's project, and I'll see you next week. Have a very Merry Christmas.